Welcome to another edition of Tesla Tips and Trips. We are at the Highland Supercharger here behind me. We are at the base of Big Bear, the ski resort area. We're gonna go to Lake Arrowhead, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're here at the base. We are supercharging now. We're gonna give you the stats on what our battery is at now and how much it uses heading up this huge hill. It's about a 5,200 foot elevation change going up. So we're gonna do the numbers before and then the numbers when we arrive. And then we're gonna do the opposite later in the video. A couple days from now, it'll be future Carrie talking to you, and we're gonna go downhill and see what the regen numbers are gonna be. So this is kind of a little different video, and hope you enjoy it. We're gonna take a look at those numbers after we supercharge here at Highland. All right, so here to start our test, we just supercharged to 72% before we head up the hill, or mountain, I guess. It's at 76 degrees, look at that. And we are at 217 miles on our 2022 Model Y Performance. So let's see how much we use, how much battery we use to get up the hill. It's a 5,200 foot climb, give or take. We're not exactly at sea level, but that's where we're headed. So let's take a look at these numbers. So we have just passed the 4,000 foot mark, heading up to Big Bear and Lake Arrowhead. One thing I wanted to point out, if you are new to EVs or new to Teslas or don't have one yet, you do not feel any sort of lag going up a hill like this. It is like you're going on level highway. It's amazing to have so much more acceleration left in the pedal, even though we're going up a major hill here. And in a Performance Y, it's even more so. I mean, I could just fly up this hill if I wanted to, but these hairpin turns are making me go 30 miles an hour. But anyway, if you're looking forward to getting your new Tesla and you don't have it yet, this is one of those things that you're gonna just be blown away by. Going uphill, you do not feel a thing. All right, so we did the climb from the Highland Supercharger. We went up, I think, 1,000 miles extra, 1,000 feet, not 1,000 miles, extra up the hill because we went up the Big Bear side of things, and then we went back down to the 5,200. So at any rate, we are now at 53% on our battery and 160 miles on the battery, and we were at 217 miles and 72% when we started. So that's how much it took to climb the hill, about 5,200 feet. Maybe we'll go to 6,000 to do that in our Tesla Model Y Performance. Not too bad, actually. And the nav was dead on. It told us exactly how we would arrive and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So next side of this video is the downhill. We're gonna do a regen side of this video. So up the hill and down the hill on Tesla Tips and Trips. All right, a couple days have passed since we've gone uphill to the Lake Arrowhead Big Bear area. Actually, we came on the Big Bear side and ended up in Lake Arrowhead. And now we're gonna head down today to see what the regen looks like on our trip down. You saw what the numbers were heading up. It wasn't too bad, honestly. We really didn't lose too much heading up the hill. I believe at one point we were at 7,000 feet. We dropped back down here in Lake Arrowhead to 5,100 feet, I think is what the sweatshirts say in the gift shops. 5,107, I think is what it is. So we went up and then down a little bit on our trip up here. Now we're going to head down the mountain, down to the valley floor area, and we're going to be going, like I said, 5107, I think is the number, up, down. We're going to see what the regen looks like. So as we leave, it's about 40 degrees outside. There is no snowflake on the battery. The battery says we are at 91% or 275 miles. We are in a Tesla Model Y Performance. And so join us on our trip down and see what our regen looks like on our mountain drive back down. All right, we're going to begin our downhill descent. You can see here on the graph that it is indeed downhill. We should have 90% to start. And what is that, 65%? Yep. When we get home, I guess. So that's pretty good. The problem I ran into is I probably over supercharged. So we won't see any regen until we burn off some battery, unfortunately, because we're pretty full and cold. Well, colder, it's 52 now, but overnight it was 30. Let's go. All right, so as expected, no regen because the battery is too full and too cold, presumably. That's what our graph looks like right now. Take a look at the view right there. We've got an awesome view heading down the mountain. This is pretty cool.
We saw a Rivian.
We just saw a Rivian. Unfortunately, we weren't video recording, so that sucks, but it was really cool. It was green. And I gave him a thumbs up. It wasn't green? I thought it was green. Anyway, that's our consumption. We're heading down the hill. It's really, really weird not having regen. Hopefully we'll burn off enough here to get some regen. Because I'm using brakes and I don't like that, the friction brakes. Hey, so I'm noticing on the downhill here, the regen is coming back. There must be different levels of regen. Like I'm getting a little bit of regen, but not a ton like I did yesterday when the battery was more empty and warmer. So we're getting some. I think we started at 266 at the hotel. I'm gonna have to check the video again. But now we're at 272. So if you're ever in a situation where you're at the top of a mountain, there's nowhere to charge, and you're worried if you're gonna make it down, chances are, yes, you should be able to make it down and find somewhere to charge then. It's pretty cool. We are officially down the mountain, so 5,100 feet down to, I don't know, I want to say 1,000 feet because we just passed a 2,000 foot sign. And you can see from the graph there, we used almost nothing. So I think the number was 266 at the hotel. I'll check the video again. And we are at 275 now. This is a very unscientific approach and look at going down the mountain, how much regen was done. We didn't do too much regen because the battery was full, but you can see there on the graph that you know, we gained mileage. We didn't use anything heading down. I'll put on the bottom of the screen the distance from the hotel to the bottom of the mountain. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll do that on the bottom of the screen. So there you have it. If you're at the top of a mountain and you're heading down the mountain, you can definitely regen and pick up some battery there. So if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we truly appreciate each and every one of you joining our little channel here. So thanks so much for joining us here on Tesla Tips and Trips.